What's up, guys? Welcome back to another. Let me take these headphones off because I am on break right now. But welcome back to another video. I wanted to make this video to follow up with the video that I made this morning to kind of fill you guys in on what is going on. Okay, so about 2 days ago, I received a text message. Like, I'm in a group chat, so I received these text messages in my group chat of them talking about certain stuff that I was not aware of they was talking about until I called my sister to figure out what was going on. So I call her and I'm like, okay, what's going on? What are y'all talking about? Because it's like over 100 some messages and there's never this many messages in the group chat. So she fills me in on what's going on. So I write in the group chat and I basically tell my mom, like, listen, you either need to get somebody to take you to the hospital, call an ambulance, or I'm calling them, or I'm gonna book you a lift. One of the three, but you need to go to the hospital because this is getting serious. So she ended up like, yeah, I'm gonna go, whatever. I'm gonna just go tomorrow. She ended up waking up like 5 o'clock in the morning, going up there to the hospital, and she texted me at like 7 something, like, call me please. So when I call her, she's like all crying and like all over the place. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, they said I have liver cancer. So I'm like, okay, you just got there at 5, it's 7 o'clock. How do they know that? So she's like, they pulled up my charts from when I went to the hospital previously. So back in 2020 and 2021, she was in and out of the hospital with liver. She had something called liver dialysis. She had to go through kidney dialysis. She had something called liver hepatitis, which was alcohol poison to her liver, which caused all this other crazy stuff to go down in her body, which I don't really know too much about. And then she had to go through kidney dialysis. So this entire time she had cancer, liver cancer. So she didn't tell nobody. I was communicating with the doctors during that time, just trying to figure out what was going on, because she's like, they got a trait down my throat and all this other stuff. I think it's a feeding tube. Just not telling the truth about anything until Tuesday, whereas she explained that it was never a feeding tube. It was really a camera that they inserted to check out and see what was going on, and that's how they spotted the cancer. When I asked her what was going on back then, she said that they saw signs of what could be cancer is, but they never diagnosed her with cancer. This is what she told me. So I'm like, okay, well, you just need to work on your body, get your body cleansed out, change your diet, work on yourself, and you should be good. Like, if they spotted something that could be cancerous, then that means you don't have cancer. But if you start to implement the right things in your life, then it won't escalate. Whole time they diagnosed her with cancer and confirmed that it is cancer. Not cancerous, but it is cancer. So this entire time I'm thinking that, she's like, I don't know, gonna take care of herself because she stopped drinking alcohol and all this other stuff. But then again, as you guys know, we don't have that tight relationship or bond, so I'm not really talking to her on a daily basis. Even if she comments in a group chat, like, I really don't be talking to her that much. But now she's starting to open up and be more understanding. I'm wondering, like, why are you, like, all of a sudden trying to listen? So, long story short, she tells everybody that she's in the hospital and they diagnosed her with liver cancer. I called my sister, and the sister that I was just telling you about, the one that's crazy. Well, she ain't crazy, but she act crazy. But I called her to kind of check on her, see how she was doing. And she basically tried to project whatever feeling she was feeling at that moment onto me and make it seem like it was my fault. And I'm like, how is it my fault? Please explain to me how any of this is my fault. That's her body. She's not taking care of her body. How is it my fault? She's like, I told you she was getting sick, I told you all of this, and da 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 da. So I'm like, yeah, you told me she was getting sick, but you didn't say that she was diagnosed with cancer. She was like, yeah, but I kept telling you and I kept telling you. Long story short, come to find out, she already knew. My mom told her, because she knows that she's not responsible, that she was diagnosed with cancer, but she told me that it was only spotted as something that was cancerous. So of course, in my mind, I'm not thinking like, okay, this is like she has cancer, because that's not how it was explained to me. Um, all along, my sister knows that she has cancer, so she's just living with it. She sees her every single day, so I'm just like, okay, for you to try to blame this on me like it's my fault is just crazy. First off, because you're not. If something happens to her, you're not about to project her death on me. That's just not happening, and I'm not accepting that. So if that's what you're on, then you could go on somewhere, because that don't even make sense. Like, she's like, well, you could have did this and you could have did that and you should have been here and you could have took her and da da da. I'm like, bro, first off, I didn't even live there, so how could I do anything? There's people that fly to take care of their loved ones when they're sick or they're ill. I said, so you were expecting me to catch a flight for every single one of her doctor's appointments, or drive hours away when you live 15 to 20 minutes away from her? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you thinking that was my responsibility? I don't even live near. If anything, you and my other brother are the closest to her in proximity, and her sister. Why weren't y'all doing that? You're saying it's my responsibility. That doesn't even make sense. I didn't even know. You knew. You didn't even tell me. If I knew, then I would have been ordering her lifts to go to and from the doctors. She's like, well, me and Keisha, which is one of her friends, was taking her to the doctor for a little minute, but then she stopped wanting to go and da da da. So you're taking her to the doctors. You're not even telling nobody that you're taking her to the doctors, and then you let her tell you to stop taking her to the doctors knowing she has cancer, but then you turn around and say that it's my fault. That doesn't even make any sense. Like, that literally doesn't make any sense. I'm not putting the blame on her, but meanwhile, I'm just like, listen to what you're saying to me right now. Like, you're not making any sense right now. I understand that you're emotional, but you're not about to project that energy off onto me. Like, that just doesn't even make sense. Like, for you to even do that is just wow, because who does that? Like, obviously you, but anywho, that's just a whole other thing. So next thing you know, she was saying, oh, rewind a little bit. A couple weeks ago, she's like, yeah, I want to be her home health aide or whatever, so that I can take her to and from her doctor's appointments. But mind you, I don't know, my sister doesn't know that she has cancer, so we're like, she's not going to qualify. Like, in order for you to be her home health aide, she needs a doctor's note saying that she qualifies to have a home health aide. So she's not going to qualify. Why are you trying to be somebody's home health aide that's not going to qualify? You will go to jail for fraud. Like, what are you talking about? So she's like, she brings that up. See, and this is why I was telling y'all that I could be her home health aide, because I would have been able to take her to and from the hospital. I said, that doesn't even make any sense, because at the end of the day, if you knew that she could qualify as your home health aide, you didn't even have to come to me. You could have took her to the hospital yourself and went through all the steps and procedures yourself to be her home health aide, if that's what you wanted to do. But it sounds like you're trying to monetize this, which that's what it sounded like to me, because at the end of the day, if you were taking her to the doctors without getting paid for it, for work, then why did you stop? If you knew that that's what she needed, why would you stop? That doesn't make any sense. Just because you can't be her home health aide, or we're telling you not to be her home health aide, you stop? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But meanwhile, I didn't even know the whole entire time that she was already taking her to the doctors. So I'm left in the blind about 95% of all of this. The only thing that I knew is that she was texting the group chat every like once a week or every other week or something. But like I said, I wasn't really active in the group chat, so I wasn't really paying it no attention. But she would comment in there saying stuff about her being sick or throwing up or something. So I'm thinking like a common cold. Until the other day, she's like, this is excruciating pain. Like something ain't right. Come to find out, something ruptured in her stomach. And it's just been crazy these past couple of days. But I say all of this to say, I know I just gave you guys the whole scope of what's going on. But I say all of this to say, it doesn't matter what the situation is. Never let somebody project energy onto you, especially when it's something that is this serious. Whereas if something happens to her and she passes away sooner than what we're thinking, or sooner than what we can even put together a plan to help, then I already know what's coming. But at that point, I'm just going to remove myself. But this is just a rule number 1 of energy protection. Never let nobody project energy onto you. Especially when it comes to death or illness, because that is a heavy burden to carry. And I know exactly why she did it, because she's feeling guilty for not doing anything about it. I get it. But you're not about to put that on me. You're not. That's something you need to deal with. That's not something I need to deal with. You need to deal with that, because you should have came to me and said, she told me she has liver cancer. We need to do something about this. You didn't do that. Instead, you're saying she's sick, she's sick, she's sick. I'm thinking sick, common cold. I don't know. I don't even know what liver dialysis was until they told her. But they never disclosed to me the severity of it, because she specifically told them not to tell me. The doctor calls, we called it on, she's at the hospital right now. She calls with the doctor on the phone, and the doctor says, you declined chemotherapy. And she said yes, because I was scared. So you never even told us the severity of this. Like, I seen you have the symptoms. I made you your smoothies. I made you some juices. I dropped them off to you. And within a matter of a couple days, you said you was feeling good. Your jaundice was going away. Like, you were up, moving around. You seemed to be cool. So I'm thinking, okay, as long as you keep doing this, you'll be good. Whole entire time, she ain't even doing it. So I don't know. It's just been a crazy 2 days. Like, it's just, I don't even know how else to explain it. But at this point, I know that the other day when I made the message about the word dim, and I thought that it meant like shadow work or the light being dimmed, that was just a message, a warning message being sent out to me in advance to tell me that someone was going to try to come into my life and dim my light, because that's exactly what she just tried to do. It's not happening. Like, I'm not embodying that energy. I don't care. But I'm kind of, on the edge about, I got a couple more minutes. I'm kind of on the edge about me not interpreting it the right way, because if I would have interpreted it the right way, I would have been able to better prepare. But instead, I interpreted it the wrong way, and I thought that it was meaning me having to do some shadow work. There's a dim part of me that I need to do some shadow work so it can shine brighter, which very so much could have been that. But it was really more than that. It was really that someone was going to try to come, which they did, into my life, which she did, and try to dim my light, which she did. And I'm just not about to let that happen. And me being an empath, I literally absorb energy. Like, I literally absorb. These past 2 weeks, I can feel the energy build up in my head, and it's causing a headache. to the point where, like, I didn't even know that her negative energy was this powerful. Like, I didn't even know I was dealing with somebody with this much powerful negative energy. Like, this is just a whole nother level of negative energy. Like, I'm not even trying to talk down on her or nothing, because this is my sister at the end of the day. But just, listen, it's crazy. Like, I need to be a little bit more well prepared when dealing with people like her. And I think this is what the universe is trying to show me, that people like her, you got to prepare differently, because if you don't, they're going to not only drain your energy, but they're going to steal your energy. They're going to manipulate you. They're going to do all of this stuff, and they're going to keep eating on it and on it and on it and on it until they can't no more. But there's a fine line that you need to draw in between help. I'm helping you because I want to, or I need to step in, and you need to figure it out yourself. And right now, 99.9999999% of the issues you need to figure out yourself. And that's the point in my life I'm at with her. But that's all I got for you guys, because I gotta make a call. I gotta get back to work in about 3 minutes. So that's all I got. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys ever had a similar experience before. Let me know some of the feedback of what you do, because this is honestly, as I'm getting more in tune on this spiritual journey, the first time that I ever really been aware of a situation for me to be able to dissect it. So it's all new. So, you know, let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel, and what you've ever, I mean, not how you guys feel, what you guys think I should do, or any advice that you can give me. Also, anything, share any experiences that you guys have ever been through, because we are a community, and all of our experiences and stories are meant to help other people get through similar experiences that they are going through. So that's all I got for you guys. Peace.